Good morning, everyone. Welcome to McBoss Cover live stream. My name is Michael Chu. Today is September 26, 2025, Friday, 9:07 a.m. Mountain Time, so over 11 a.m. Eastern Time. The market right now is kind of mixed. We have Nasdaq down 0.2%, Dow up 0.2%, S&P up 0.09%. Volume much lower than yesterday. Let's look at some news here. Um, I think the biggest news is the PC number today. Let me just see here. It's the PC numbers. Yeah, so here you go. It is rose 0.2% in August with annual increase 2.9%, both meeting estimates, and the PC price index climbed 0.3%. So this is the core and this is the non-core, 0.3%, and then year-over-year 2.7%, both in line as with estimate. So market is kind of you know good with this number because it's not showing any higher inflation. So that's a good thing. So market is not too bad today. We coming off a 3-day pullback. So let me jump to QQQ right now. So we have 3-day pullback. It looks like we're reversing this morning from the high, and that's the negative thing because we tried to come back about 10-day and we couldn't. So you can see yesterday's high right here, and it just passed it slightly before reversing. So that is a big problem because and we're trading near the bottom of the day's range right now. So here's a 10-day, the green line. It just can't pass it like decisively, and it just coming back down. Same as SPY here, it looks more obvious here, even though it's still positive, but you can see the bar is much bigger, a little bit bigger than Nasdaq. Again, you can see it crossed yesterday's high, but very quickly we reverse. So right now it's trying to find support near the bottom of the range. If we don't, then we probably will test the bottom lows here, right? So that is the really big problem. If we test this low, then we now below 10 days significantly, and it could spark more sell off. So right now, yesterday we come close to the 21 day before it bounced. Are we going to test the 21 day again? It's highly possible, especially after the reversal this morning. But very early in the day, we don't know what's going to happen. Let's see how it closes. That's always the case before we make our decision here. So same thing here on Dow, also got rejected, trying to come above the 10-day. I don't like to see reversal around moving averages because that is like telling me that, hey, I just can't pass this moving average, right? So for me, I'm not gonna make any new buys until this is clear, and this is just not clearing right now. So that is a big problem. Going to Russell, same thing, very similar pattern. Past yesterday's high just slightly, and then reverse, right? Again, you can see the reversal here. Okay, so that's that. Let me look at FFTY just for a quick moment here. This is the INOA, the IBD 50. Look at this. This one, the growth stocks tend to move a lot more faster than the index. And so, you know, during toppings, like if the market do top, like the index do top, watch, the growth stocks, how they behave. And this is not a good sign because we've been staying under the 10-day 2 days now. And not only that, we didn't even come close to that 10-day. So overall, this is saying, and these are the top 50 stocks, right? Like think about the non-top 50 things that are above 50 ranking, um, like lower than the 50 ranking. I mean. So I'm very cautious at this moment. Like my portfolio is very lean now. There's a lot sitting in cash, just waiting for the right moment, right? Waiting for the nice setup and all that. So this is a very telltale sign to me. All right, looking at stocks on the move today. I'm just trying to see if we do have 20 stocks. I think we might have 20 stocks. But the thing is, most of these stocks are not your typical growth stocks. So so that is a problem. Let me refresh. So we have LTM Airlines here, FCFS. This one been doing well. Let me show you. So this one breakout right here, and it start to move now. So this is a nice move here. Volume came in too, so that's a good accumulation sign there. So that's in the financial area. DRD gold. We'll talk about gold area in a second. They're very strong. Sienna, trying to bounce back right now. So let me jump to that. So here's Sienna. So it pulled back here, very tight trading, and then it bounced today. So that's very strong. I mean, it bounced and it cleared most of the resistance level today. So this is in telecom fiber optics. So that is a potential entry point there. RYAAY, MU. Um, Again, a lot of stocks have been pulling back lately. MU is one of them. And when they pull back, again, they're gonna pull back to their 10-day, right, like this one, slightly below it. And today, there's no power around the 10-day. You know, like so any bounce I see, like I said, it has to be decisive, clear of the moving average, clearing the trend line. And another problem is the trend line is super steep. You know, so that usually is a false signal. I like to see a clear trend line that's more like 45-degree angle. So it's too early, right, for the bounce, is what I'm trying to say. So anyhow, that's Micron. Again, we'll talk about silver as well later. CRS steel is moving. UQT in the oil and gas moving. ATI, Anglo Gold, Oro Minerals, Sunrun, so that's solar. Notice this list is full of commodities, right? And energy related. GFI, gold. Air Air is been doing really well since it announced earnings. Um, yeah, unfortunately I missed this one. Like, this is a nice clear entry right here. Very volatile earnings result, but nonetheless it did bounce pretty strong, and after that followed through. So this is in the aerospace defense area. Again, that's one really strong group. I mean, there's other stocks in this group like KTOS. This one is still going. I still have a position in this. So those are really strong group. APP, this one is still going. Let me show you. Is app loading. So this is a nice bounce, right? It pulled back to the 10-day, and then you see how it bounced, pretty strong. And it just look at where it is now. Like, it cleared most of the resistance in just one bounce. That's pretty impressive. So the potential entry point right there. Again, there's always outliers in the market, even during bad times. So these are a couple, yeah, APP, CN. We talk about those two are pretty outliers right now. Rango, Viva Systems, CYD, Fear, DTM. Okay, so that's pretty much it. You can see the volume dwindled down pretty much. Not much volume today. Um, so again, growth stocks are just not moving in my opinion in general. So we can look at some stocks here. We talk about APP, Awago. This is another one. Let's take a look at that. Broadcom. So here again, look at how it got rejected at the 10-day this morning. This is not a good sign. Alright, so that's that one. Sienna, we talk about Google. Google is trying to bounce as well. So there's a few, like I said, there's a few stocks that are really strong action. Even this one, look, it's already reversed this morning. It was looking good this morning, and now it's reversed. So that's Google here. We talk about Nvidia. Okay, let's do the Nvidia. Look at Nvidia. There's no bounce whatsoever. Like, I mean, I draw this trend line right there. And look at this, and it never even want to bounce. Like what's going on, right? Like on a anyhow, relative strength is declining, right? You can see. Same thing with Reddit. All the stocks you can literally see their strength like by looking at the RS line. And this is another one. Look at this steep trend line I drew, and it's still like barely even come close to it this morning, and it's already reversing. It just shows how bad the bounce is. Like even though they're trying to bounce, it's such a weak bounce, right? Let's look at Palantir here. Look at this. What? There's no bounce whatsoever. Like that's weird. Like you think that when the morning market moved a little bit, it should follow that, but it didn't. So this is like no bounce whatsoever. Anyhow, I feel like the tech stocks are most in general. A lot of them are getting really weak now. Okay, and then again, there's not much retails here. I don't see much going on. Let's look at CLS. Okay. So these are the stocks that are on the move this morning, and they're not showing good action, right? Like these are the ones that actually have people coming in this morning trying to buy, and then look at this. This is another one reversing already. Here's my trend line right there. Like it can't even try to come close to it. It's getting rejected, right? So that's another problem. This is happening all over the map. Like like I have no confidence whatsoever right now in the market. Look at ESLT. And this one hasn't been a big performer. Yeah, it's just not doing much. It's just kind of wobbling, going sideways. Okay, so that's it for. And then yeah, I didn't see much. Core is one that came up on the health side this morning. This is very volatile stock, but it is again seems to be finding support at the bottom here. But a very volatile stock. Okay. Before we talk about gold, financial, we're seeing some movement in some stocks here, like we see, the Bank of America is still moving, right? Pretty tight action, right? Citigroup, let me show you Citigroup. This one pull back right here after a nice run here. Look at this, it's bouncing back. It already cleared most resistance just from that bounce. Again, very strong action. Um, FCFS we talked about earlier, very strong action. Yeah, I think yeah we can take a quick look at the fintechs. Affirm, look at this. Wow. So this is my exit point right there, and it just couldn't even hold that 10-day, right? And this is a good study chart because look at how it just cleared like cut both 10 and 21 day on the same day. It just show like it shows a lot of selling pressure when you see it cut through two moving averages on the same day and close at the bottom. So that's a good study chart right there. SoFi, this one is holding up better, but again, it got rejected at 10-day this morning. Upstart, look at this one. This one has been weaker in general because the RS line has been going down. So that's not even a good one to watch. But yeah, just in general, like I think the biggest stock in this area is still like Sizzle, right? And it just never came back up. Look at how this is what I call L-shaped pattern, right? It just never want to come back up. Normally, a stock comes down this much, it goes up like this, but this one never did. So that's a bearish pattern. The only other stock that's really doing well is iron. But even this one is starting to show topping signs. So, anyhow, um, Okay, I'm gonna go to gold now. So let's go at gold price. GLD. This is the one area that is just showing lots of strength. Look at this bounce right now, and yeah, it just keep going. This is like an energizer bunny that just keep going, and many of the gold stock this morning bounce. Like I mean, there's a whole list here: AGI, AU. Let me look at Barrick Mining here. That's one of my favorite. Barrick Mining. Okay, this one is not bouncing as strong, so that's interesting. So, but let's make a note here. It's not really bouncing here, but most other ones are bouncing. CDE. Let me show you CDE. Look at this, making new high. This is how you know the relative strength is like strong because it's making new high while the gold price hasn't made new high. It's really strong. Um, yeah, FNV, GFI, HL, MUX, right? Let's look at silver here. Let me look at silver. Gold is really strong. Um, SLV, SLV. Look at this. This is the silver price here. Look at that run. So the two stocks I monitor is PAS. This one a little bit choppy lately, but again, big bounce today. SVM. This is a silver core. This one is also bouncing. Interesting, they both didn't make new highs. That's interesting. So maybe they, again, when relative strength like weaker, I usually like be a little bit more cautious about that. Yeah, then we have WPM here. There's few steel stocks moving. CRS. What's the other one? Can't remember now. Let's see here. CRS. Oh, slowing down now. Why is it not loading? There you go. Yeah, not a very nice chart. Still have this resistance near the red line. Let's jump to the solar. The solar area is surprisingly holding up here. Anyhow, it's slowing down now. So there's a nice bounce yesterday. Today it didn't make much of a move. So again, I guess yeah, even silver, solar, still like even though they tried to bounce this morning, it feels really weak. The only area that's really showing strength is gold, and even then, like some some like Barrick mining is showing not a good sign. So it's not all equal, like anyhow, I feel like the market is showing a lot of topping signs. That's just my take on it. And yeah, let's see how the market is doing right now. See 5 minute chart. Look at this. It's trading near the bottom, right? Like again, this is like an L-shaped pattern. It's trading at the bottom. It is finding some support right now, but it's mainly trading near the bottom range rather than in the middle range even, right? Because this is the bottom range. The middle range will be here. It's not trading around the middle range. DIA. Okay, so this one's starting to come back to the middle point, but again, mostly sitting at the bottom range today. IWM. Okay, very similar. They're trying to come back to the middle range right now. But yeah, I assume the market's just not gonna do much today. If anything, more importantly is how it closed. Whether it goes up or goes down. So let's wait for that. Have a good day. I'll be coming out with more videos on the weekend. Thank you for watching. Have a very good weekend. Please like